What's going on now? What's going?
Hey!
That's just
Welcome to Daddy-O Patio, everybody.
welcome. We're down to 3.
We're down to 3.
We killed everybody.
It's a triangle of gold.
We're back where we first started.
Is this where we started? Did
No.
we start?
We start with 5.
No, I
Well-
mean, did we start like this? Feeling like this? I don't know. Yeah.
Dude, yeah, so we don't have a topic tonight. We're just going to kind of wing it. But we're sitting in the dark, all lounging.
But if you're listening to this in your car or your headphones, just yell that topic right now. We might discuss it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we can hear it.
We'll hear you. All right, go ahead, yell it. Okay, you said Mega
roll
Man
down the
X.
window?
Was it? Did I hear Mega Man X? Is that what you said? The topic would be.
Brightness.
Well-
Brightness is what the topic was, I think I heard.
Well, Peaches, you said that you went to Six Flags today. Let's go and talk about that a little bit.
Oh, dude. Six Flags is great. First off, it's, if you ever think that you want to have kids, just go to Six Flags. You'll never want anything smaller or younger than you around you ever again.
Dude, well, and the rides shake your skeleton to pieces, so
Oh my god,
you'll
dude,
be unable to have kids.
I got off the Boss, which is the bumpiest wooden roller coaster known to man, and it gave me a dead leg for the rest of the day. Like, it beat the shit out of me so bad I couldn't walk.
Dude,
Oh, Mr. Freeze shoots you out backwards now, too.
Yep.
oh yeah, I've done that.
Oh
Yeah.
my-
When I first
God.
heard that, I was like, that's just some bullshit gimmick they're trying to pull so that they can keep this carnival alive for another 2 years. But no, it made the ride at least 3 times better.
Yeah, and another thing
It's
is like
the best ride.
you think that's not that cool because it already goes backwards, but dude, it's cool to start backwards because you get that acceleration going backwards.
Well,
And
it
that's
just
Fucking
weird.
shoots
It's-
you out there, too.
It's unlike any other like roller coaster where you're just expected to go like forward the whole time.
Yeah,
You go backwards pretty much the whole time and then end going forward. It's just a weird thing.
yeah.
And like that feeling of being pulled up and then your body is just being like pressed against the bars like while you're like facing straight down up in the air and like you're gonna like fall
Isn't it-
out. It's crazy.
Isn't it weird that like a roller coaster, even that extreme and weird of an experience, we have like expectations for? Like you have expectations for a roller coaster, and Mr. Freeze totally like flips those around, and that's why it's like cool.
Oh,
You know,
Yeah.
that's why I like it. It was always my favorite roller coaster there.
I
If
don't know about you. I don't know about you guys, but anytime I get on a roller coaster, I still have this thought. It's like, wait, am I making the right decision? Even though I know it's like the best decision.
Well, my thought process is if this thing freaking like flies off the freaking tracks, I'm like, hey, that's a good way to go.
That's exact. Yeah.
Yeah. That's the ultimate. You were looking for a thrill. I mean,
Yeah.
you got it if it's going off the tracks.
That being said, I hope I fall directly on my head upside down at a fast speed and not drag slowly upside down until my scalp is removed in
You
front of
get
my son.
stretched out like 40 yards while you're still alive.
Just like your head raced down like a pencil.
Yeah. Forget that shit.
Oh, dude, the best part is that was the last ride that we went on today. But we made it through the entire thing, and my roommate has a cast on his hand. And this like worker was like, "Hey, you can't be on here because of the cast on your hand." Like, wait, no one else said anything through this before this, and her exact reasoning is that she was afraid he would fly off and hit somebody.
Like they put the cast on that loose.
Something plastered to his arm and wrist was going to fucking.
Dude, they could just sue the doctor that installed that on your hand.
Like,
Be like, hey,
fell off.
you didn't do a good job. It slid off like a bar of soap on the boss.
Yeah, like what? Who thinks that their cast is gonna fly off? Like people who want to willingly take them off have to like saw them off. They have to use like equipment to get the thing off. You think it's gonna fly off? Well, it might on the Mr. Freeze because it might on a Six Flags ride. Actually, now that I
It
think
just
about
pops off like a bunch of Legos.
it, dude. Actually, there was a lady who just died on a roller coaster recently. She like her lap bar like wasn't secure, and she like told the guy, and the guy's like, "Ha, no, whatever. If it clicked, it's fine." And then she got like launched out of the. It was in like Texas or something, which is really
terrible.
crazy. But I mean, if you think of the probability of like some shit like that happening, it's like so low. Like,
Dude, I remember one time me and Justin were on the bus, and the guy like Justin pulled down his bar and he's like, "Oh shit, this thing's crushing my balls." And the guy who was going around checking all the bars like pushed it in like 2 more. Like,
oh god!
So it's like crunching his balls like 2 more levels in, and like he had to be like that on the ride. It's fucking terrible.
Yeah, dude. Once it clicks, it's like not going back.
Oh
so,
no!
Yeah.
Clicks only one direction.
Oh god, when you accidentally go like too far, like
Yeah, it's just not good.
dude,
But
cuts you in half.
I always thought Fright Fest was cool. Fright Fest, like riding all the rides at night, I always thought that was really cool. I think doing a lot of things that you normally do in the hot sun with more people, if you change that up and do that stuff at night, it's like, it's a cool thing.
it's
you know?
easily better.
Yeah.
Well, like I mean, just less people. Like
Yeah,
less
yeah.
people at the carnival or amusement park is like just great.
Well, dude, yeah, and I find like peace in the night. Like I like the moonlight and the bugs and all this stuff.
Oh,
you know, it's
fucking
cool.
stars in the
It's
sky.
nice. Yeah, it's a good thing, dude. That's why we ride bikes almost exclusively at night now. We used to ride during the day.
Yeah, I think my night vision's gotten better.
Yeah.
I'm getting owl eyes now.
You know what I saw at Walmart, dude? They have glasses that are for night driving, and I was thinking I should get some pairs of them so we can ride bikes at night. We can just see everything,
What do you
dude.
mean they're for night? Like
They they have like yellow lenses. They're probably totally a gimmick, but dude, I don't know. Stuff at Walmart's usually pretty awesome.
Like
so.
night vision glasses.
Yeah, but they're not like real. They don't like. They're not like electronic. They're just like yellow lens like glasses. I tried them on in Walmart, but like it's hard to tell the difference when you're in like ultra fluorescent lit Walmart. You
You
know,
can see your fucking pores.
we can tell the difference, but I mean, I can't tell like what it would do for my night vision. But
Yeah, can I just go bike around with these for,
yeah, I'm sure you could steal them.
Oh, dude. Speaking of which, I think I'm going to get a mountain bike and bike throughout the winter.
Yeah, dude.
I'm enjoying not having a car. It's great.
Yeah, just make sure you get a bunch of under clothing, like long underwear and
Oh, yeah.
shit like that.
I mean, I figured I just need shit for my, toes and my feet.
And your hands.
Yeah, in my hands. Especially my hands. Well, maybe my hands. I don't
Just
really
your toes
need
and
much.
feet.
Just my toes and my feet.
Yeah, man.
And maybe you'll just adapt. I don't know.
Dude, I'm like a fucking amphibian. Like land amphibian.
Speaking of, dude, amphibious mountain bikes and stuff, freaking this guy took a dirt bike and surfed it on like these huge waves. Like he like hydroplaned a
I
dirt
saw that.
bike.
What?
Yeah, I saw that.
I don't think
today.
he hydroplaned. I think he had like a little ski under his, like right in front of his back tire.
Well,
think.
that's still pretty
Oh,
crazy though.
It's still like insane.
And the thing is, like, once you stop, do you just let the dirt bike just go into the water?
Yeah,
like
pretty
it's just
much.
over
What are you
with.
gonna
Like
do? You
each
gotta
one's
drag
like
that out?
disposable. Like,
Dude, you can't drag that out. Not in those waves. It's
Oh
gone.
my god, I gotta see this. How far was he out?
I mean, the waves are huge. It's pretty crazy, man.
What do I just type in? Dirt bike?
It'd probably be pretty easy to find. I think he's the only person that ever did that. But yeah, I
There's a
don't
whole
know.
like subculture of dirt bike surfers.
Yeah.
Dude, went to Arkansas this weekend for my brother's bachelor party, and dude, we stayed at like this giant cabin and like floated down the Buffalo River in canoes, and dude, it was awesome. Like, we seriously like we take shots of like cracking and like dive into the cave springs. You ever done that? Take a shot of like hard alcohol and then dive into cold water.
No,
It's awesome.
that sounds amazing.
It's like being reborn every time. We did it 10 times.
Oh my god, what that describe that a little bit more.
It's like dying and being reborn. That's it. You feel the pain of the kraken, and then you go into the cold springs, and you emerge a new person.
Kraken's pretty awful.
Dude, that's
Yeah, but that's why I like it.
Oh man, that name is perfect for like that liquor.
Yeah, you get a
It pulls you
Kraken.
down.
Yeah, I like it. I like hard liquor that kind of squeezes your spine and your soul and just.
Well,
pretzels
yeah,
them
you gotta
together.
like earn the alcohol that you're taking in, you know, because otherwise, if it tastes good,
And, sorry, go ahead.
I was just gonna say, you just get yourself in a bad position that way.
That's
You know?
true.
I think the reason why I enjoy it so much is not so much of my own enjoyment, but I like having it on float trips because it's like this painful thing for like everybody to partake in. You know what I mean? Like everybody takes a shot of this shitty.
Yeah, it's
drink.
like a ritual.
Yeah, exactly. And it's like it's
great,
funny
man.
when people are like puking and shit, and I love it. It's like it's the trial by fire.
Dude,
Yeah, dude.
The crack, it's like, dude, fuck it. You gotta really earn your booze. You gotta really respect your booze as well.
Well, it forces you to respect it, you know? If you got taste buds, you got to respect the cracking.
Well,
Because
that is true.
and the burn, you know?
It forces you to respect it because it can take your mind to a place that like will make you disrespect yourself. So it's like
That's what I'm saying. So it's a good discipline to have an alcohol on hand that tastes like shit, you know?
dude, drinking freaking like throwing back those fifths of vodka at Emily's old parties.
Yeah.
Just like waking up in just piles of puke and random places in the house. And
Yeah.
Dude, it's like, I don't know if you've ever puked for Loco, but
I have, yeah.
with battery acid and like it will stain whatever it's puked on.
You know, I don't really remember what it's like to be like that super drunk because I haven't been that messed up in a long time.
Yeah,
but, like,
same here.
Before, like, whenever we were all like going to Webster parties and stuff like that, and like before I went to England and all that, and even I guess while I was in England, we were drinking pretty heavily, and I got pretty silly pretty regularly.
Killed a lot of brain power.
Well, and actually, now that I think back on it, we drank pretty heavily when we lived down the street at the Wizard Tower also. But I remember, like, whenever I was, like, kind of starting to get more and more crazy or drunk, like, in, like, late high school and, like, college and stuff, I remember it feeling like a new plane that I had gotten to. And I never feel like that anymore, like, with alcohol. I just kind of feel like shitty if I get really drunk.
Or tired.
I mean, it's fun with your friends and everything, but, like, I remember, like, being like a senior in high school or something, and like we would pass around like those gin buckets and you'd get like really drunk and it was like a new thing, like you'd never felt that way before, and that was like a thrill that I don't really get from alcohol anymore.
There's definitely like something like especially if you go for like a long duration and just drink like just drinking night after night after night, like a masochistic kind of thing where it's like you're almost testing your body's limits and like, you know what I mean, like doing all this shit to like punish it, but like it's like you emerge at the end like having like a new appreciation. It's weird. I can't really put it into words, but it's like you go through all these like grueling nights of like drinking shit with a bunch of your friends and stuff. Then like you survive till Sunday, and it's like you're reborn on Sunday again. You know what I mean? It's like we all survived that test against our bodies. Like, dude, you know what I mean? Like,
and then the sweet reward is like watching wrestling in the dark or like playing video games for like 24
it seems
straight hours.
Stupid, but like it's like that whole like sobering up thing or like just kind of like the hangover on Sunday.
Because you feel justified in doing that, you know, because you're like, oh, I feel like shit, I can do nothing.
Technically, you're not really justified, but at the same time, you know, you did survive putting poison into your body.
It's your sweet reward after the self punishment you put yourself through.
Fuck, that's so true. Man.
Which you gotta do. It lets you appreciate things. Pain lets you appreciate things,
dude. But I think that there's a lot of like Midwestern traditions like that are really sacred, man. Like just like floating down a river and like taking like you were just describing, like taking a shot of hard alcohol and like
I love
in
that
the
shit,
water
man.
and stuff. Like, dude, I mean, a lot of that stuff is like lost out in you know, like more populated places and stuff. And as many places as I've traveled and everything, like they all have their own little beautiful ceremonies and like cultural things and everything. But like I think that there's really something to the Midwest that a lot of people like don't know about, and that's way cooler.
I mean, like seriously, like we all die of like heart disease in our like 60s and 70s because we treat our bodies like shit. Because we don't have mountains or oceans, we have alcohol. But like, dude, the thing is like, seriously, like I wouldn't like. It's the greatest shit in the world, man.
It really is.
Fuck surfing in Hawaii and like doing all this silly shit.
No, not fuck it, but. You know, like,
hey man,
I don't need that forever. Like, like
fuck it when compared to floating down the river with your friends on a brown river that's probably terrible for your health if you drink it.
Yeah,
and then just drinking beers,
fucking drunk as piss,
going on silly adventures that are just crazy.
You know, when I was
roasted in the sun,
dude, when I was just in Oregon, Anissa and I took this raft out to the middle of this like crystal clear blue lake with this like visible mountain and all these like evergreens and stuff. It looked just like we were drinking bushes, and it looked just like the can. It was awesome. But I realized like halfway through, I was looking around and nobody else had any visible alcohol, and I was like, shit, we can probably get in trouble for this. But I like didn't even think about that, because every experience we've had like on the water with a raft out here has been like, you're on your own, all right, go out, get on the raft and get drunk with your friends, it's on you, whatever happens, you know. But like out there, everybody's like, God, you're gonna get in trouble and stuff, and like, I don't know, apparently they get you in trouble in Portland if they catch you with alcohol like on a raft on the river, and it's like, dude, I thought this was the point. Like, you're supposed to go out on the river with, like,
Yeah, but
and
one
drink.
flash of your like Missouri state ID, I think they'd be like,
show him your Missouri ID. Oh, okay, he's fine. Yeah, let him go.
Don't worry, boys. He's
Yep, it's part of his tradition, actually. Yeah, that's how his people are. They just do stuff like that.
Dude, it is a weird thing to, like, just, like, what we do. Like, it doesn't seem like it to, like, other people, like, outside of, like, Missouri and, I guess, the Midwest would do, like, shit like that, like floating down a river in a raft and just drinking the whole time and laughing.
I think like when it comes down to it, like what you just said, like laughing, I think that's what I appreciate most about like the rhythms of like the Midwest and the traditions of it and everything, is like so much of it is just like for people to come together and enjoy themselves. Like there's no other purpose. Like you're not trying to show off. It's not glittery. It's not glamorous. It's not any kind of thing like that. It's just like you guys just want to, you know, you just want to enjoy each other's company.
That's the thing, man. Yeah, dude, I love like doing it like with just a bunch of friends, and just we all like do ridiculous things, and just we're like one unit together. You know, this whole like team
and we
of
fuel
like
one another.
Yeah.
To make each other laugh like harder and do something that's like more interesting or whatever. Not like destructive, like, hey, dude, do this fucking heroin or whatever.
Yeah.
I mean, some groups of friends are like that and stuff, but I mean, you know, it's like it's really a sacred thing, man. That's the whole premise behind like the magician condition thing, you know.
Another thing, it's almost like reminiscent of like Apocalypse Now, like going down the river towards like a destination. It's like almost like the river of life or something. You know what I mean? Like, but you get drunker and drunker, so like the farther down the river you get, like the crazier things get. You know what I mean? Like you start at the beginning and everybody's just like all like on the same level. But you go down, you see all these different sights, you get, like, drunker and drunker, and you see shit, and you act in a different way than you normally do, and, like, everybody's, like, just maniacs and shit, and, like, I don't know. There's something kind of poetic about that, I guess.
Dude, yeah, also I was listening to a radio show that was on, like, in the middle of the night on NPR the other night, and it was, like, the theme of it was Big River music, and it was all songs that were recorded by artists that lived like along the Mississippi, and this goes like nation like wide, like from the top to the bottom, like all the way from, what is it, like Minnesota, is that where it starts or whatever?
So, yeah, something like that.
All the way from like Minnesota down to like New Orleans and stuff, and they played songs from all these people who had lived right up near the Mississippi, and it was so weird how you could hear like similarities in it, even though it was like some of it was so far north and so far south, and like at times when those people didn't really communicate musically as much and stuff like that. It was really interesting. There was like some kind of theme among it, and I think there's something too growing up by the big river and stuff like that is that's sacred, man, you know.
It's not even like necessarily like a beautiful looking river by any means, you know what I mean? But there's something like really weird about it being just this like muddy river next to like a weird dirty town, just like and it's been flowing for thousands and thousands, probably millions of years, and just like, that's kind of weird. Is the Mississippi millions of years old?
I have no idea.
Could you imagine it was flowing like millions of years ago and it's still flowing? That's a crazy thing.
Well, it was definitely flowing when an entirely different civilization was here with the natives and everything.
Yeah,
and the French and
But
all throughout history. You know, it was right there.
I still bet you that they're like, let's just fucking float down this river.
Yeah, they did. Lewis and Clark, man. Lewis and Clark. Clark and Lewis going down the Mississippi where they find. Dude, yeah, man, they were doing it. They were, they knew that shit. Though they did it a little bit harder. They had to go up the river and like, so they had to drag their asses up the freaking Mississippi. But the way back was a lot more fun for them. But dude,
I mean, by that time they both had 3 kids, 2 ex-wives.
Dude, also some of the funny shit that's happened on float trips are just like so ridiculous. Like, dude, Sidecorn got his wiener out on the float trip one time, and somebody threw mud at his wiener, and it went down his urethra, and he got a bladder infection.
Dude, when you told me that story the other day, it brought tears.
Oh yeah, I told you that while you were cutting my hair.
It was so funny. Dude, I just stopped cutting his hair. I was laughing so hard. You knew the two people. You didn't understand why it's so funny.
Dude, it's so funny, man. And then it was even funnier, like when like Cyclone was telling it to me, because like he was like serious, like it was like a terrible thing that had happened to him.
Dude. Also, so I went to the Cardinals game yesterday with like my whole family, like my mom, my brothers, and their kids, and there's this lady that was my stepbrother's mom. It doesn't matter. She's like not really related to me, but she went to the baseball game with us, and she's super old. She's 90. She's the oldest one in her like complex of people or whatever, and she's the only one who is physically like capable of going to the baseball game and stuff. And she went and sat out in the hot sun and like took the stairs and all this stuff. She's the oldest one yet the most physically active. And I sat and talked to her for a while, and she was telling us stories about like how St. Louis used to be and everything. And like when she was young, the population was over 1 million in just the city, like not including the counties and everything. Like, can you even imagine what that would be like to be in St. Louis here?
Be bustling downtown,
dude. And that's another thing that. So this is related to like what we were talking about. What's beautiful about like the Midwest and everything is like we live in this city that is just like a skeleton of what it once was, and there's just like all of this creative energy here, and it's like it's really unbelievable. Like we just see it as normal, but like whenever I was hanging out with people in New York City and stuff, like they thought that my brain was like the weirdest thing because we've had a lifetime of like having to entertain ourselves with our imagination, where like people like on the coast or like in glittery places and everything, like they just have entertainment brought to them at any time. It's just right outside. We like made our own, and I don't know. I'm just fucking
in the woods, like
bullshit, man. You're talking about everything, everything that St. Louis is.
I mean, every place has its value. It has its like.
Yeah, and obviously we're biased towards St. Louis because we live here.
Totally.
But.
Or just be partial to the Midwest in general.
Yeah, but dude,
the Midwest is the best.
Yeah, I almost don't want to tell anyone though. I almost want to censor this whole thing though, because like I don't want a bunch of jerks to come and ruin it.
Yeah,
just
overprice everything.
Every time we say Midwest, just something else.
Here's the thing, man. Hey, if you want to come live in St. Louis, go try. Okay, try surviving all 4 seasons. Okay, try it. Only our thick souls survive here. Okay, because we got the hottest summers, we got the coldest winters, we got maniacs all over the place.
Try taking a shot of the Kraken and diving into the ice.
Come on, give it a shot. Bring your family, move on in, see what happens.
I don't know, it's great. You do build like a hide, like your skin does get tougher from being out in all these like weird elements all the time. Like,
well, no matter where you're at, I guess you adapt. I mean,
true.
That's the whole thing.
Well, you can see like even in St. Louis, you see some people that just like absolutely hate these summers, and then you see other people that just like go out and bear it and just do it. Don't complain one single time and still just enjoy it.
Yeah, like what are you gonna do? I mean, just do it.
Are you just gonna go where it's comfortable all the time? You know what I mean? Like bear it. Show some grit in this day and age. You know what I'm saying, man? Get some wrinkles on your skin.
Let your hair grow.
Yeah, fuck it. Just fucking I do grow my beard in the winter so I can keep my chin warm. That's
it's true.
That's technique number 1 for surviving the winters of St. Louis is grow a beard. And then also get a bunch of awesome RPGs for your Xbox 360 and lock your door to your room and just beat them all.
Oh, that's true. Like you don't see me in the month of February.
Fuck that, dude.
I'm a
Winter
ghost.
Winter is game time.
It really is. You don't go outside.
Nah.
You don't do things.
Except for sledding, maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah. Dude, that's another thing that's amazing was the snow days, man. I remember watching the bottom of the TV screen hoping to see, because there was no internet or any of that back then, like hoping to see that our school district was canceled or whatever.
Yeah.
That was like the coolest thing.
Oh, it was amazing.
It.
Dude, that first snowfall, too, it's so quiet and peaceful.
Yeah, dude, it's great.
No crickets, nothing.
Yeah. Yeah, no, it's like It's
It
not
is,
even
like,
that.
weird.
It's like everything's quiet. It's like
Yeah.
I can't really describe it.
No, yeah, it's just like it's like the perfect silence never heard.
Yeah, yeah,
Except for maybe like the wind, like
yeah, and you can
Very
almost hear like the ringing in your ears or something. Like you almost hear like yourself living.
Yeah.
It's so quiet. You hear yourself
Your skin
existing.
like flaking off your body. onto the
dude,
ground.
yeah. It's the sound of your existence.
Yeah.
Dude, but it's because
Super
like
weird.
everything else is like blanketed over, and it just
Just like muffled.
you.
It's great, man. I love that first snow.
Yeah, man. It's
But
cool.
I hate when it gets all melty and gray.
It sucks kind of living. I mean, it's cool in the city when it snows because it's like I don't know, it's kind of cool. But then also like it can get kind of old when it's like blocking the streets all the time. You can't leave. Like they don't plow our streets, so if it snows like 4 feet, we ain't going nowhere for a week.
Yeah, dude. Whenever like the last winter I spent in New York City, it was like some of the most snowfall they'd had in like years or something like that, and it was nuts, man. They would just pile it up on all the corners, like in Brooklyn. I lived in like this warehouse like zone, and like all the piles of snow, they were like twice as tall as you, and they were just like black like within like a day, just covered in like dirt. They probably weren't even like white in the center anymore. They just like brown and black to the core with like grime, which is so crazy. That's like such a contrast to like what I was used to seeing as a kid.
Dude.
Like I was used to sledding like down the grass with like our friends and stuff, and then like out there it's just like a mountain of like dark snow. This is so funny. Like ankle deep slosh and stuff.
Oh, that's gross.
It was cool though, man. It was cool watching a big city like that like get have to handle something like that. It was interesting.
I will say that one thing that's annoying about living in St. Louis, and it has to do with like St. Louis's like dullness, I guess. Like dullness in reality, you know what I mean? Like it's actually a dull place. Is the fact that like everybody just talks about like the next season. Like can't wait till fall. Oh, I can't wait till spring. I can't wait till winter. I can't wait till it's like
That's so true.
It's just hey, just fucking enjoy the present. Okay, quit trying to skip ahead with your Game Genie mind and just enjoy what's now.
Well, I think what you're saying about it, stuff being dull is really interesting too, because I think that's like both a good and bad thing, because that's like what I was talking about earlier, how it forces you to use your imagination.
Exactly.
But at the same time, there's no pace that you have to keep up with. Like in New York, I like my creative energy was just like on high because I was just like surrounded by all this like moving shit all the time. There was just almost no choice for me but to like just be as fast as I could and stuff. And like here, I'm still creatively on high, working all the time and everything, but it's like easier to slump down into like just inactivity, I feel like.
Yeah.
Dude, it's great. Just like once in a while, not having to like get
So
up.
moderation.
Well,
Yeah.
I feel guilty for not learning something or doing something pretty much all the time.
Yeah, man. Well, skills. I mean, skills are what make you a better person, or one thing that make you a better person. And if you're just not attaining any skills, you're just not progressing or anything. You're not doing anything.
Yeah, I feel guilty anytime I'm not getting better. I feel like
Yeah, but it's nice once in a while just to take a step back and appreciate.
that's what those
you're
hangover
doing.
days are for.
Well, you also got to know, you got to be like attuned to yourself too, like when you need to just get up off your ass and do it. And then there was times where you're like, I need to take a break from getting off my ass and doing it,
Yeah,
and get on my ass and not do anything.
That's true, man.
Like, because both can be healthy. Like, I don't care. All these people are like, I'll sleep when I'm dead. It's like, dude, just fucking take a break every now and then and just do something silly like drink LaCroix and play Gears of War. It's good for your mind.
Yeah, it's true, man.
But then there are times where you gotta like coax yourself out of like freaking just not doing jack shit and not progressing your life in any way, and you just gotta be like attuned to like your mind and your body.
Well, yeah,
and
it's
just
different
like
for every person, and you just got to get right with yourself, I guess, and that requires
You'll figure
like
out
a self honesty,
yeah.
But yeah, so we didn't have a topic tonight, so we're just talking about nothing.
I guess the Midwest is our topic.
Dude, I got a freaking sore throat. Do you have a sore throat, Andy?
No.
I don't know where I got this damn sore throat from, but it's kicking my ass.
Dude, do you think maybe it has to do with taking 10 shots of Kraken and diving
Probably.
into cold water? Like,
Probably.
I mean, I'm no scientist or doctor.
Dude, I do think the idea of nothing is interesting, though. That kind of goes back to, like, when you hear almost
Do you
nothing.
believe in nothing?
I don't think it's, like, possible for my mind to comprehend it. You know, like, it doesn't matter if I believe
But do you
in it
believe
or
in the
not.
concept of nothing?
Well, it's a concept that it's like...
You know what I'm fucking trying to say.
I don't know.
It's hard. How can you?
I can't
believe that,
imagine
like,
it. I can't even imagine
is-
nothing.
oh, dude.
That's what I'm saying about, like,
Yeah.
how we were saying you can't hear anything when it, like, first snows. Like, so your brain just resorts to, like, hearing itself, you know? Like, you just hear, like, yourself living or
There's
something. Like
Yeah, but that's yourself.
There's never not anything. You know, there's always gonna be something.
Well,
there.
like, your brain has to default to something because it can't comprehend just nothing, you know? Like, your brain, like, can't do it. It can't be nothing. I can't even think of it. Like, it's so hard for me to... Like, to me, everything... Like, it's almost like nothing and everything come back around to the same spot. You know what I mean? Like, does that make sense?
yes.
Kind of. I guess as far as, like, your mind trying to encompass
Yeah, that's what I
certain
mean. Like,
concepts.
your mind's ability to
you
understand...
can't grasp everything, but you can't grasp nothing.
That's what I mean. So, like, at a certain point, like, we just have this little slice of existence, and then, like, beyond it on the more scale we can't get, and beyond it on the less scale, like, we can't, like, get. So, like, everything and nothing is
Dude.
all in this shadow, like, behind us or whatever, you know.
Infinity behind us and infinity in front of us.
Yeah.
Pascal.
Yeah.
Dude, yeah, it's crazy.
Just a big rotation.
Crazy to, I mean, like, I always think about that too. Like, I mean, like, it's pretty much it's obvious that we're like the same thing. You know what I mean? Like, we're all like we're like this organism that, like, just weaves in and out of lives. You know what I mean? Like, just like
Yeah.
So it's like, but we're still always there, and just in a different point in time.
Yeah.
Just like
Looking at itself.
So when we talk about, like, our time here in the present, it's like this. It's almost like the organism, like, blinking and opening its eyes, then blinking
Yeah.
and opening its
Yeah.
eyes, and, like, we're getting our image of this thing, but then we continue on and continue. You know, it's like,
Yeah.
I mean, that's what it kind of, like, at least to the best of, like, trying to, like, look at life and how it operates. I guess I don't know. I don't know what the hell I'm saying, because I can't grasp everything or nothing.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know.
Or maybe this episode's about, like, in between.
Yeah.
We're just
Well, you know
like-
what the in between is, like, the paradox. It's like this. It's like something that kind of, like, is incongruent with, like, the logic. It's you know what I mean. It's like something that shouldn't be there but is. It makes sense with nothing and everything. You know what I mean?
There
Like,
has to be a separation.
it's like, how can this thing exist in, like, well, we don't know if we exist in nothing or everything. I don't know. Humans
That's
are
what I
very
mean, though,
the human
like-
mind. Yeah, it's very paradoxical.
Yeah, that was my mom's password on our old computer.
What?
Paradox.
Really?
Yeah, it was Paradox 13. I'll never forget that because I guess my mom thinks that's my mom knows. She knows.
Yeah.
Um.
Oh, I'm fascinated by paradoxes.
Oh yeah, totally, man. That's so funny that, like, of all the words that she could have chosen, that was the one. And I learned that, like, as a young kid because, like, when we got our first computers, we were, like, really young and stuff. And so every time I logged on, I had to type that word in. I, like, asked my mom what it was. She explained it to me, kind of. I don't remember exactly what she
Dude,
said.
there's no way you could, like, grasp it at that age.
Yeah, I don't remember what she said. My mom told me something really cool the other day. She, in, like, 1970 something, like 6 or 8 or I don't fucking know. It doesn't matter. She was like in her 20s and she was saving up money to get my dad these headphones that he needed, like for work or wanted for work or something like that. And so she had an envelope full of money, and there was like I guess a couple $100 in there, like $300-400 or something. And she took it to Radio Shack and bought these headphones, and she still had a lot more money in it. She had like $250 left in the envelope. And as she was driving home, she realized she left the envelope on the counter. And so she drove back to Radio Shack, and she was like, hey, I was just sitting here and bought these headphones. I left an envelope on the counter that had $250 in it. Is it still here? And the guy was like, someone after you said it was his, and he took it. And so, like, this guy took my mom's money or whatever that was sitting on the counter. And $250 was, like, a lot of money back in, like, the 70s or whatever. But the clerk at Radio Shack was like, but wait, this guy paid with a credit card. So the guy wrote down, like, the clerk at Radio Shack wrote down the guy's name and address and everything. And my mom drove straight to his house and just knocked on his door and was like, hey, you were just at Radio Shack and took an envelope with all of my money in it. I'd like that back. And the guy just pulled out his wallet. He had already put the money in his wallet and pulled it all out and just handed it to her at his front door. She took it, got in her car, and left. She didn't get my dad. She didn't call the cops. Nothing. The guy at Radio Shack just gave her the name and address of the guy that took her money in the envelope, and she drove straight
instant
there.
justice.
Yeah.
Dude.
That's so funny.
He didn't like say anything or try to fight it. He's like, you're
No,
right.
yeah,
You're right.
Yeah.
His lips
Well, dude,
just
think
quivered.
about that. Like, you get this like envelope full of money at Radio Shack, and you're like, "Fuck yeah!" You know, like you did this immoral thing, and then the person shows up at your front door like 15 minutes later. That'd be so messed up, dude. But that's really funny that she did that. She never told me about that till we were at the baseball game the other day. But that has nothing to do with anything. I just thought that was an interesting thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, but this is the nothing in between episode.
Yeah, dude.
Nothing and in between. What is in between the next thing? We'll never know.
Find myself
We can only
asking that every
speculate.
day.
Maybe it's the things that are in between the things that makes the things exist in the way that they can.
Possibly.
Like
Yeah.
a brick house. You know, there's the goo in between, the mortar. Is that what it's called? Goo. I like to call it goo. They put the goo in between so that the bricks can have the structure. You know what I'm saying?
Well, yeah, even like the jump to the next thing is just like, it's incredible. I got to pee so bad. I got to pee my...
Oh, dude, you guys have any LaCroix?
Oh, no. Thank God.
Yeah, I drank them all.
Oh.
Lance was out of town, and I shotgunned them all in the kitchen.
With each of your fingers all at once?
Yeah, 10 of them at once. One on each finger.
You got special rings that hold the can on there so you can puncture it.
Yeah, dude, we should really start making jewelry with LaCroix cans. We drink so much of it. This podcast is sponsored by LaCroix, by the way.
I'm fresh to death.
I don't know how long we've been talking.
Doesn't matter, we should just keep talking till the end of time. Dude, this is like the comfy episode too, man. I've never been this comfy on Daddy-O Patio.
Yeah, dude, well, we did have the one cozy episode in the basement or whatever at Lance's house.
Oh, yeah, that was a really cozy episode.
But yeah, dude, if you like Daddy-O Patio and you like being cozy, then you know what? Why don't you get cozy and listen to this episode? We're in the dark. You should be in the dark. You know, Lance is peeing. It's
For
gonna
a
come
very
out of your
long time.
his urine's gonna come out of your earbuds into your ear holes, and you're gonna accept it because
Can we have some like smooth cafe jazz going on throughout this?
yeah, like
At
what
least-
kind?
Just like oh man, welcome back.
I'm a new guy.
That was the longest pee I've ever heard.
Yeah, dude, that was just jerking at my kidneys. But
Greased out your dick.
so, yeah. What else is in between or nothing or?
I don't know, man.
Something that's gonna take you to the edge.
This really is like a difficult topic because it's like our minds really can't like really grasp
We
it.
started with no topic. The topic was nothing. Like, and that's whether we decided that or not. You know?
Yeah. Now let's get down to what nothing is.
We should have just introduced ourselves to the topic and then just
Nothing.
stopped. Yes, yeah, and then that was it.
Nothing is almost like the concept of evil, where it needs like the concept of good to like show it. I guess
Nothing can only be known by contrast of everything.
Yeah,
or like,
at least from our perspective.
Yeah.
But can everything be known without nothing, though?
Wait, say that again?
Can everything be known without nothing?
Well, the concept of nothing is a useful tool in understanding anything.
Well, if you knew that nothing didn't exist, would you still believe in everything?
Well, dude, that's like that comes down to the whole like Big Bang and stuff, you know? Like,
Yeah, even everything is like stretching it.
oh yeah.
Everything's like stretching it. It's too much of it's like infinity. Almost.
I think it is. I think to our
If,
minds.
if everything is infinity, then it is infinity.
Well, then where's the start and where's the end of everything?
That's why the symbol is what it is, like that sideways 8.
Oh, good point.
Because you loop all the way back around. That's really like a genius symbol, you know? In each direction, whatever. Like whatever caveman scribbled that on a wall really was onto some shit.
Yeah, you went straight from like buffalo drawings to that. It's like, I love to kill animals with spears. Infinity.
But wait, this is what existence is like. Like, just drew it on the wall.
Yeah.
He fucking killed his neighbor with a rock and made a wheel out of his skull.
That's how they started making wheels.
What would
By
the
rolling
symbol?
skulls.
What would the symbol for nothing be then?
Nothing.
The symbol for nothing is nothing.
Just a tiny black hole. Would a black hole be considered?
That would cause a black hole if the symbol was nothing. If the symbol for nothing was nothing, it would cause some type of
I
fucking
want
black
that
hole.
symbol on my business card. You hand it to somebody. Here you go. Yeah, give me a call. And his hand gets sucked in.
Yeah, dude, because it can't even be blank. Like blank is something. It's not nothing. So but you can hand them air, but air is something. So you could just like telepathically send a message, but that's something.
Yeah, even that is too much.
You have to have
Too much.
You have to have the concept shot at him subconsciously before it even happens.
So I think also I'm totally like gonna say this wrong and give a bunch of misinformation. But like I watched this thing.
We've done it before.
That's with the whole. We do that all the time. But I watched this thing the other day about like the beginning of the universe, and Neil deGrasse Tyson said something about how there's a slight imbalance between the amount of matter and antimatter in the universe, and there's slightly more matter than antimatter, and that's why we perceive everything in the world that we do the way we do. It's like one particle, it's like one electron or something different. I can't remember what it is, but you can watch the video. It's called like A Brief History of Everything or something like that. It's like 8 minutes.
That is interesting.
But we wouldn't be able to exist or perceive anything on the plane that we do unless there was an imbalance.
When matter and antimatter like touch, is that energy that they create, or what is created by those two things going together?
I don't.
Oh shit. Siri, what is the definition of energy?
Siri like sucks, dude. I think
Dude,
she's
'cause you
worked
get-
1 out of 100 times.
No, man, you got to get the
Dude,
English one.
what? Look at what you just said. Siri, what is the definition of energies? Do I want to know, Superboy, what look like just said Siri?
What the hell does that even mean?
Hold on, I got the UK Siri, and she's got this. You got to talk to her in UK English. Siri, what is the definition of energy?
Checking on that. Okay, check it out.
See, she's got it, dude. The term energy has an important physical meaning in physics and is extremely... I can't read. The term energy has an important physical meaning in physics and is an extremely useful concept. A much more abstract mathematical generalization is defined as follows. Oh my god, it's like a whole equation. I can't...
So it's a concept. So energy's a concept?
I don't...
We've been lied to this whole damn time.
Hold on. We're gonna figure this out. We're gonna get to the bottom of nothing and everything in one episode. All right. So, hold on. Hold on. I got Wikipedia on this. Is a property of objects which can be transferred to other objects or converted into different forms, but cannot be created or destroyed. The ability of a system to perform work is a common description.
Well, yeah, just like I have a lot of energy to do this task, whereas it could be the thing you said before where energy is this indestructible thing
Yeah, it's like a
that
force.
can move around.
Keep talking. I'm going to keep reading.
Okay. Yeah, energy. It's great. I love energy. Energy drinks are amazing.
It's Red Bull.
Yeah, that's all it is.
It's when you take your dirt bike out on the ocean.
Yeah.
Common energy forms include kinetic energy of a moving object, the radiant energy carried by light, the potential energy stored by an object's position in a force field, which is gravitation.
All right, so what is energy? And enough of this silly shit.
Man, I'm telling you, there's not a simple...
Dude, we lost the
So they don't even have a definition for energy, and we've been fucking going to science school for fucking all our lives.
Well, isn't energy and matter like the same thing, but it's
Dude,
at
if you
different
asked
wavelengths?
Neil deGrasse Tyson what energy was, his like temples would start pulsating. You'd be like, well, it's like it's like space, and like fucking
I bet
eyes will roll back.
Michio Kaku's got it, man.
I think a physicist could explain it better than an astrophysicist. Wait, no,
Man,
the
I feel
same
like
thing.
this is what we need Carl Sagan for. We need to channel him through the...
But it sounds like it's like something used to like describe what's going on,
Yeah, it's like
as
a
opposed
term.
to like this thing you can grab with a butterfly net.
Yeah, I think that you can't grab...
Well, the butterfly net is energy, so it can grab other energies within it, I guess. I don't know.
Alright, I typed the word energy and hit define.
I was gonna grab a glass of water and I had no idea which was clean and which was...
Here, man.
Dude, it's Russian roulette in that
Try
kitchen.
this one. I just drank from this
You
one.
grab the wrong cup and drink out of it, you will die.
Oh, I saw that.
It is Russian roulette. Oh!
Oh my god, dude, you
Is that
just
still going on?
you shit a piece of bacon out.
Dude, I'm still hearing it. Okay, so the strength and vitality required for sustained physical or mental activity. Okay, so this
That's
is
the
talking about-
Diablo definition.
Yeah, I looked it up in the Diablo handbook. Yeah, this is talking about in people. Power derived from the utilization of physical or chemical resources. That's an interesting definition.
Say it again.
Power derived from the utilization of physical or chemical resources.
I feel like power is getting closer to like the truth. Like
But that's just another term to describe like what's going on.
yeah, it's like power. Like what is power? It's energy.
That's a measure of how much energy, like power. Right?
Yeah.
I guess so.
Well, yeah, because think about how like the sun works. The sun is a balance between gravitational pull and nuclear fusion, and it hangs in that balance perfectly to provide the same amount of energy to our planet. I don't fucking know what I'm saying. But, I mean...
I think that's weird that there just ain't a straightforward definition for energy. And I feel like the government has the reptiloids under the mountain, okay? They haven't been telling us about it the whole damn time.
yeah, they got a mountain full of energy with reptile scales.
And they have a room of nothingness.
Yeah, you can go into the nothing room. And you come out a reptile with eyes on the side of your head instead of the front.
Dude, even the color black isn't nothing.
No,
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like beyond the color black. which isn't even a color, I don't think. But like, it's beyond that. Like you can't even. It's just can't even grasp nothing.
So here's another example of how nothing is actually everything. Is the whole premise of Seinfeld was that it was a show about nothing, and that show encompasses
Everything.
everything, all the spectrum of human behavior. Seinfeld is related, kind of.
Oh yeah, for sure.
That is interesting. Yeah, I wonder if they like did that intentionally.
Well, did we do it intentionally?
No, yeah, I think like if you pursue nothing, you end up with everything. That's not true.
No. I think it is true.
Yeah, I think you.
Dude, what is
And
that?
if you pursue everything, you end up with nothing.
Well, if you start.
Oh,
That makes sense, dude.
Oh,
Yeah.
fucking finally! Now we're talking.
Damn,
some
dude.
shit
All right,
that
so we got to something. If you pursue everything, no, if you pursue nothing, you
have
end up
everything.
with everything. If you pursue everything, you end up with nothing.
Well,
God damn it! We need
and
fucking
that's something.
t-shirts.
That's something with like meditation too. Is you're supposed to bring your mind quiet, and it opens your mind up to like everything. You know what I mean? Like it's like
Everything that you're missing. Yeah.
yeah, you quiet everything and just and they also talk about how the key to wisdom is to like realize that you know nothing. You know, I think Plato said that or Socrates, and just like it's just
Yeah, it's important that your sensei knows that he's a grasshopper in some world. You know what I mean?
yeah. But as soon as you start with that nothing, you get everything, or you start to understand everything when you have nothing, and then when you're nothing, you start to half.
His intestines are out of his mouth, ladies and gentlemen.
That is really interesting. I never really thought about the
that?
kinship between nothing and everything.
All right, you guys keep on trucking because I gotta take a water break.
Yeah.
Water, dude. Next time I come over here, there better be a fucking mountain of LaCroix.
Yeah. No shit, Andy, you're up, man.
Yeah, it's my turn.
I think I'm kind of done with orange flavor, so I think it's time to move on to
Grapefruit's
new
a good
things.
one.
Grapefruit's good, but they also have these ones that are in like a weird
The
skinny
tall-
can. Yeah.
Whoa.
Those are
what?
Target exclusive.
Oh, they're wonderful.
Yeah,
The
I
cherry,
haven't had them. I've only seen them.
the cherry and lime one, dude, will make your nipples turn upside down. So you'll notice nothing, dude. It's
No, man.
I've seen it. I've seen it. Holy shit.
dude, they're great,
Someone
man.
else noticed it?
Your nipples upside down,
Yeah, turn upside down.
dude. But back to nothing, okay?
Yeah,
Let's get back to nothing.
Missing No was nothing, and that was pretty fucked up.
Well, that was trying to grasp, like, I mean, everything in the game, and like, wasn't it like it was all the glitches and stuff that were like in between, and like,
Yeah, and whenever you would try it, when you run into them, you would get 99 of your sixth item in your inventory. So you
Wait,
end
what are
up
you
with
talking
these
about?
riches. Did you ever play Pokemon Red and Blue?
Yeah.
And when you surf up and down the coast of Cinnabar Island, you run into a Pokemon called Missing No, and it's like a
Oh.
glitch. And just by seeing him, your sixth item in your inventory turns to 99. So you can put like rare candies there, or like Master Balls if you're real dirty.
dude. Also, another thing, when you seek nothing, when you're content with nothing, then you have everything.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying, dude.
You're content, and when you're content, you need nothing else. You have everything you need.
Yeah,
Seek nothing. Damn it.
that's a paradox. Like my mom's password on her computer.
And Missing No.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so, pursue everything, you end up with nothing. Pursue nothing. Or not pursue nothing, but be content with nothing. And you have everything.
Yeah, I guess you can't really
Yeah, man.
pursue nothing but contentment.
And like, well, let's go back to the first part. Why is pursuing everything lead you to nothing?
Because you spread yourself so thin that you have no specialty or whatever. You know?
Not even just that, but like you can't grasp.
It's impossible.
Yeah.
for you to-
Focus. Everything you just kind of glance over and you just like
Yeah,
see, but you don't know.
it's too much for your senses and like your mind and it just like I don't know the pleasure and everything, and you just it's like you said, like stretched it thin. It's like not as deep as if you.
Well, yeah, because you're not enough for everything. You know.
Yeah. You're right. You're right.
Dude, I don't know.
You're not enough. You're not enough for anything or everything. The first part's kind of an insult, but
yeah, that's what the junior high football coach.
yeah, I was just gonna say that's something they would say.
You're not enough for anything.
Coach, that was really beautiful.
No, he said you're not enough for everything, boy. Pursue nothing, and you'll have everything. But yeah, you know, I don't know anything at all.
And because of that,
We
you know everything. No, it's
Shit, Lance, I'm so
well,
sorry.
Peaches. I'll see you in the parking lot. No, yeah, no, it's hard to find the words to talk about this shit. Well, without any further ado, I have a sore throat, so I can't yell too much, but Daddy, oh.